Hi and welcome to this pseudo edition of Land Rovers Live. As always, I'm Matt. Now, some of the more keen-eyed amongst you may have noticed that we didn't put a show out last week. We're due to put one out next week, but ordinarily this bit we don't do. There's a good reason for that, and we said in the previous show that we got some announcements, so here they come. We won't be doing a full show this week, but it's really just a bit of housekeeping, catch up, let you guys know where we're at, and say thanks and all the rest of it. So, we're currently at the Donington 4x4 show, and as you can hear, somebody's talking above us at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to carry on regardless. Over the last 7 or 8 months, 7 or 8 months ago, we started producing Land Rovers Live from the billing show last year. And we've got to say thank you to all of you out there who've been watching, commenting, sharing, doing and all the things you've been doing in between, so, as well as entering competitions, some of you winning competitions. It's been really, really appreciated. So we're really sort of pleased to say that now we're at a stage where we have to start thinking a bit more seriously about it. We started off with 1,000, 2,000 views, and now we're doing, well, you guys are watching it twice as often as you're reading or buying magazines at the moment. That's really blown our mind, and we didn't really expect that. So thank you very much, all of you out there. Without you watching, the show wouldn't be possible and wouldn't be worth doing anyway. So thank you. As always, we do appreciate your feedback as well. We've had it in droves, but you can continue to do that on Facebook and or Twitter. We'll put the links on the screen there. And there's a few bits of housekeeping as well. From the beginning of the show, we had, well, it was just me, and I think it was just me. We've grown now, we've got a fairly big team that work on all sorts of different projects. You've seen Amy along the way, Jeremy, and they all need thanks. So thanks to them. And we've also got partners now. Now these partners have enabled us to do more exciting things. They've paid for our trips to go out and see the things that we've been bringing to you. So we'd like to thank those. There's been a whole bunch of them. We'll put them on the screen, but chiefly we have Bearmac, Frontrunner, 1948, Original Equipment, 4B. There'll be more, I'll put them on the screen. Speaking of which, Bearmac have been doing, well, a pretty good job of getting their parts out there for a while, but they've now got a new web app. This is available at bearmac-partsfinder.com. We'll put some images of it on the screen. If you haven't seen it before, which you haven't because it's brand new, it's really, really good. It's now available on all platforms as opposed to just iPad. It works in both horizontal and landscape views, which it didn't before. And because it's based online, they can add new parts in on a weekly basis. So, if there's any bits and pieces you need and you need part numbers for them or you need to know where to order them from, go onto the app. It's excellent and will continue to be updated. Next up, we'd like to introduce some new partners to the show. We've reviewed their products before, but Massai 4x4 their products have been sported on our vehicles for a little while since we reviewed them, and we kind of like them. For those of you who don't know, they're the original designers and manufacturers of the panoramic glass that you see around some of the swankier Defenders and our crapper. Now, they do a whole host of stuff, ball bars, steps, roof racks, you name it. We're delighted to announce them on board as a partner, so thank you to them. That's really enough of that. In terms of news, we're going to fly through that really quickly. Since we last did a show, there has been the Defender Celebration line, Series 1 Celebration line. That's now up and running, it's open. They say till the end of the year, but that actually is the Series 1 Celebration line and Defender line tour. We're reliably informed that the Series 1 Celebration line tour is going to continue way beyond that. But last chance to go and see Defenders being made, so get down there. We'll put some links on the screen how to book those, and it's all done through the Land Rover Experience Centre in Solihull. Then there's a new Centre Steer podcast out. We're not on it this week, so it could be even better. Check them out. If you haven't heard them before, they're kind of like this, but there's more of them and without pictures. We're about to get kicked out of this show, so I better hurry up. We'll put a link on the screen to them. That's really worth watching. What else have we got? One of the things that we wanted to do recently was to show some work being done on our Defender. You may have seen it around the shows, and we featured it in other shows. We take it green lane and such. Well, it needed a bit of a sprucer. So we took it to our friends at Black Country 4x4, who were going to do the weatherproofing on it. As you've seen in our previous videos, when they do weatherproofing, they do it properly. I'll put a link onto the screen if you haven't seen that. They ran the scaler over it, and to my absolute horror, the whole chassis fell to bits. Now, it's a really, really interesting learn for me, albeit an expensive and painful one. That the chassis looked great, you hit it with a, well, scratch around with it and it was fine, but you actually take the descaler to it and the whole bloody thing fell apart. So, we have now got a Defender which is being completely rebuilt, which we will see in a different guise over the next few months. Hopefully to get it ready for the show season, but we shall see. And then finally is our announcements. We've been threatening it for a little while now. As a show, we've got to where we've got to with your support, and as we've been going along, other people have started to take notice. So we're absolutely delighted to say that we are now going out on broadcast television from the 4th of March. If you live in the West Midlands area of the UK, so sorry to those of you who don't at present, you'll be able to see us weekly at 8:30 on a Wednesday on Big Centre TV. We're hoping to be able to announce further TV stations and broadcasters over the next few months, but that's where we're going to start. Naturally, the stuff we've been doing online, we've been doing as initially as a hobby, we need to spruce that up, so we're going to. We've got a whole new studio, which we're going to, well, we're going to keep under wraps until the first show. We also have some new presenters. I'll be taking a little bit of a sidestep to do what I do best, which is to be that side of the camera, and we'll be introducing 2 new presenters, which at the moment, that's top secret, but if you do like me, I'll still be here for a bit longer. We're now not going to do another show until the 4th of March. We'll be putting a bunch of posts out as we normally do, so please do stay with us before we bring you a whole new Land Rovers Live. Don't worry if you watch us online, we will still be available online and it'll be bigger and better than before. So what we'll do is take our broadcast show, which has to comply to all the relevant regulations that TV says, and bolting a whole load of extra to that. So we'll be having the Land Rovers Live show come out twice as often, on time every time, and with a bunch more content. That'll do for now. I've been rabbiting on for far too long. I've been here at the Donington 4x4 show, and we'll be seeing you at many of the other shows throughout the year. For now, thanks for watching.